What's going on, everyone? I'm AB Sports, and there are some massive NFL matchups this weekend that will greatly affect the playoff races for both conferences. There are 6 games this weekend that feature 2 teams who are currently inside the playoff picture or sitting tied for the final playoff spot. I'm going to show you guys the current playoff pictures for both conferences, then break down the matchups that will undoubtedly change these pictures by next Tuesday. Starting off in the NFC in the current playoff picture, and it looks like this. The division leaders and the top 4 seeds are the Packers, Saints, Cardinals, and Eagles. And the wild card spots are the Bucs, Rams, and Seahawks at 5, 6, and 7 respectively. In the AFC, the division leaders are the Steelers, Chiefs, Bills, and Colts. Then, the Raiders, Dolphins, and Ravens are the wild cards as it stands. But as you can see, the Colts, Raiders, Dolphins, and Ravens are all 6-3, and so are the Browns and Titans, who sit just outside the playoffs right now. The Bills are on a bye this week, but they are within that group of about 7 teams who are fighting for 5 playoff spots. For the Bills, Colts, Raiders, Dolphins, Ravens, Titans, and Browns, every game for the rest of the season is very important. But we gotta start off with Week 11. The first big game of Week 11 is Thursday night, and it is the Cardinals at the Seahawks. They're both 6-3, and these 2 teams and the Rams are in a 3-way tie for the division lead. The winner of this game will have a great chance of winning the division and securing a home playoff game. A loss for Seattle would drop them to 6-4 after they sat 5-0, which is not a good way you want to be going. Last time these 2 teams played, it was a 37-34 overtime thriller. And if anything, both defenses have gotten worse since that game 4 weeks ago. In my opinion, this game will come down to which team makes fewer mistakes. And I think if Chris Carson returns from his injury, Russell Wilson will be able to have less pressure on himself and be able to play an efficient game in a bounce-back win for Seattle, despite the incredible connection of Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins. The noon window features 2 big games. For those 6-3 AFC teams, every game is important, but games against each other are crucial. And the spiraling Titans, who have looked bad 4 games in a row after a 5-0 start, will travel to Baltimore to take on the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is all of a sudden having some real problems and getting questioned on his ability to lead a team. The Titans' offense cannot get anything going, but if they ride Derrick Henry early and build up a 10 or so point lead in the first half, I think they'll be able to take this game. But I don't think they're going to be able to get that kind of lead. If the Titans' defense isn't good enough to stop Nyheim Hines, they sure aren't good enough to stop Lamar Jackson. The Ravens will run all over them, and I think win this game, probably by multiple scores, because the Titans are bound to make a special teams error. The other noon game with high stakes is Eagles versus Browns. The Browns still haven't beaten anybody any good this year, and they've been beat up by the Steelers, Ravens, and Raiders. I'm not saying the Eagles are good, but Cleveland cannot lose this game. If you want to make the playoffs but can't beat any good teams, that means you have to beat the bad ones. The Eagles are a laughingstock right now, along with the rest of the NFC least, and the Browns need to pound the rock with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt to avoid falling into laughingstock territory as well. No one will take the Browns seriously if they lose this game at home to the Eagles. Sunday afternoon will tell me a lot about 2 teams. Before they beat the Titans last week, I did not trust the Colts, but boy did they look good. And now they're hosting the current NFC 1 seed Green Bay Packers, who are having plenty of struggles themselves. It took them a 4th quarter comeback to beat the Jags at home. That is not good. The Colts defense is overrated when people talk about it as the best in the league, but it is for sure top 10, and it's a whole lot better than Jacksonville. The number 1 seed is massive this year because it is the only one that gets a first round playoff bye. With the NFC West beating each other up and the Saints losing Breeze for a couple weeks, Green Bay can't pass up this opportunity to further their lead on the NFC. The Colts, on the other hand, are 6-3, and the way the AFC South is looking, the winner will most likely be the AFC 4 seed, and the loser will most likely be at home for the postseason between the Colts and the Titans. I'm picking the Packers because I think Aaron Rodgers is so much better than Phillip Rivers, but if Indianapolis wins this game, I won't be shocked. For me, the game I'm most excited to see this week is Sunday Night Football. The Chiefs' only loss in the last 365 days is Week 5 at home to the Raiders. And this week, they travel to Vegas for a rematch. Now, I don't think the Chiefs will lose and get swept by the Raiders on the season, but if they do, the NFL will be flipped upside down. Everyone sees the Chiefs as a superpower and they see Week 5 as a blip on the radar. If the Raiders get blown out in this game, everyone will be proven right and the Raiders' playoff chances will diminish. But if this game is close and Derek Carr can keep up with Mahomes, and the Raiders can maybe even win, then watch out for the Silver and Black because they know something no one else does: how to stop Mahomes. And the last big game of Week 11 actually has really big playoff implications. The current NFC 5 seed and 6 seed play each other, the Bucs and the Rams. Normally, the difference between the 5 and the 6 isn't huge, but this year, the 5 seed will get to play the winner of the NFC least in the first round. And at this rate, that is going to be the 5-11 New York Giants. The winner of this game not only will keep pace with their division leader, but have an inside track and a tiebreaker for the top wild card if they aren't able to win their division. What you may not expect from this game is that I think it'll be a slugfest. These are two of the top 6 or 7 defenses in the NFL, paired with very inconsistent offenses. For the Rams to win, Jared Goff needs to not make mistakes, and Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey need to give Tom Brady fits. I cannot wait for this weekend. Week 11 will be fantastic football, and I hope you all enjoy it. Leave in the comments below who you think will win these big games, and thanks for watching.